How do you choose the best health coaching niche for you? This is one of the biggest things that I see so many new health coaches get stuck on, and I want to dive into it in this week's video. And this is the thing, the best niche for you. So of course, there's tons of different options when it comes to choosing a coaching niche. But I truly believe that there is something that is the best fit for each of us. And I want to talk about how you can get clear on that in this video. And I'm going to walk you through some steps that you can go through on your own. So first, I want to mention a few places where I see a lot of people get really stuck with niche. And a lot of times people say to me, what I do helps everyone. I could work with everyone. I could work with all these different people and help them. And that is true for a lot of people. But that doesn't mean you want to help everyone with everything. And I will explain why in this video. Also, a lot of people are scared of leaving people out, that there's other people they could help, but if they get niche, they're going to leave people out. There is not enough people in their specific niche for them to help. They don't know how to choose. How do I choose something? And so they don't choose. And that other people get stuck with, I want to help people be healthier or live a happier life or be more confident. And these things that are very, very general they don't really count as a niche, because I will explain why. But I hear these really general things from people, and these things will keep you stuck if that's your niche, because no one's going to really resonate with it because it's so general. So I want to mention before I dive into the next steps as far as your niche, that when you are very first starting your business, if you have people you're connected to in your warm market, and by your warm market, I mean like friends, family, friends of friends, people who have some sort of connection to you, it isn't as important to be niched. At that point, you can work with whoever with anything if you want to, because those people already know you, like you, and trust you, and they have some sort of connection to you, and so it's much easier to work with people around different issues. It's when it comes to marketing yourself, and especially marketing yourself online to people who don't know you, which is known as your cold audience, that you need this really niched market. And the reason why is because in order to stand out in a crowded marketplace, the more niched you can get, the better, because that way people are going to see you and see your message and be like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Is this person like following me around? Like, how do they know this about me? How do they know what's going on for me? That's what we want. And that's how you make really powerful marketing, and how you don't have to be pushy or salesy in any way to get people to want to work with you, because they connect so deeply with your messaging, okay? So many people are very scared about, oh my gosh, like I'm an introvert, or I don't want to be salesy, I don't want to be pushy. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that when you have really good messaging. And that's with knowing your niche and picking a niche that is really good fit for you. So that's what I'm going to talk about. First, I want to share a quote that I found. I don't know if it's a quote, it's a line in a book I was just reading, and he was talking about niche. And the book was called The Common Path to Uncommon Success. It's by another entrepreneur, John Lee Dumas, I believe is his name. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anyways, the quote was, if you are not serving your niche better than your competition, you are not niche enough, okay? And this is true. When you get really, really niche, then you can be the best at what you do, because you're getting so specific about the people you help. And there's no one out there that's exactly like you, helping people in exactly the same way that you are. And that's why getting specific is key, okay? And it makes you stand out from all the competition, because you are unique and you're getting very specific, okay? So I'm gonna break down the different things you wanna think about when you are picking the best niche for you. So the first piece is thinking about what you are passionate about. We want to be bringing our passions into our business. So a lot of times especially like health coaches or people in health and wellness will tell me, I spend hours researching, health and wellness stuff. Like, this is my jam. I can sit there for hours and just look up things. I'm always wanting to take new courses and trainings, and then like that's a passion for you, right? Like that's something you're passionate about. Like you eat it, you breathe it, like you live it. And so, you're going down like a right path, but then you can be like, okay, what specifically in there am I really passionate about? And then the next piece you want to be thinking about. So that's number one, is looking at your passion. Number two is your expertise. Okay. So what do you feel like you're really good at, or feel like you have the confidence to help people with? Because you want to bring that into your niche too. You don't want to be helping people with something that you don't feel confident in, or you don't really feel like this is my area of expertise. And you might be saying, but I'm just getting started. I don't really know. I'm not an expert. Like, we all start in that place. But this is where you can look at number three, which is your personal experience. So maybe you have personal experience with overcoming some sort of a challenge, maybe some sort of a health challenge, some sort of a personal challenge, or you've helped someone else, maybe a close family member, overcome some sort of a challenge as well. And so that's where really bringing in your story and your personal experience, I think, connects with your expertise as well. So you really want to have like these three things in place. Like, it's your passion, it's where you feel like you're an expert and you feel really confident, and bringing in your personal experience and the things that you have been that you've had to overcome yourself, the challenges that you've had. Really powerful to bring this into your business and your niche, because you can speak from your experience of getting it, of being there, of understanding what's going on for people. And when you talk so specifically about how this problem is showing up for someone, from your own experience of really getting it, that's where that marketing is going to really connect with people, because they're like, oh my gosh, she gets how this is showing up in my everyday life. She gets how it's impacting my relationships. She gets how it's impacting my confidence, or my ability to go out there and do the things I'm wanting to do in my life. And so you want to come from that place of really getting it. And that's where your personal experience can be super, super powerful, as far as really making that connection with people and showing them that you get it. And when they think that you get it, as good as they get it, like as good as they're like, how do you know this is going on for me? That's where they're like, okay, if she's been there and she gets it, she can help me with it. And so that helps build that trust too. Okay. So the next piece that I want you to think about when you are choosing your niche, this is number 4, is that your niche is a doorway to transformation. So this is where, like I said, a lot of people are like, I can help people with all these different things. Like I have, even if you're thinking about your program and what's included in your program, like it could help people with losing weight. It could help people with thyroid issues. It could help people with digestive issues. It could help people with anxiety. It could help people with all these different things. But what I want you to keep in mind is that when you're talking about your niche or your ideal client, your target market, all kind of interchangeable words for this, that it is the doorway that your ideal client is going through to transform. So even though you are marketing around one specific issue or problem that you help people solve, once they go through that doorway and start working with you, they will experience all the different transformations, because most likely your program is holistic and all-encompassing and is going to be looking at all the different areas of their life. And where you help people with one thing, you're helping people with a lot of different things, okay? So you are just talking about that doorway, the doorway that your ideal client is going to go through, right? And that doorway is often the same doorway that we have gone through ourselves. So I can kind of think back in my own life, and I've had various doorways that I've gone through to transformation. And the first one is having struggled with emotional eating and body image stuff. That was a huge doorway for me into health and wellness and, personal growth. And having gone through that doorway, then I would say like my next doorway was going through a doorway of starting a business, which was a huge doorway as well to a lot of transformation. But those were like my specific doorways that I went through, but going through those doorways has changed my life in so many different ways. Like just because I was going through and trying to fix this one problem, it rippled out to fixing a lot of different problems in my life. And so keep that in mind. Don't be so worried. Like, I don't want to just be focused on this one little area. Like the marketing is focused on one area, but as far as what you help people with, it's all encompassing. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments below. So give me a yes if you're like, yes, I get it, the doorway, okay? Because I think that's something that a lot of people get stuck on in their head, and they're like, I can't just pick this one thing. So the next thing, this is number 5 that you want to be thinking about when you're choosing your niche, is I want you to verify that it is going to be profitable for you. So if you're wanting to build a business, you're wanting to make money in your business, you want to make sure that what you're helping people with has the potential to be profitable as a niche for you. So how do you know if it's going to be profitable? So it's something that people are out there looking for a solution to, okay? Think about, what are people Googling online? What are they YouTubing? Like, what are they looking up? What are they looking for solutions to? That is what you want to provide, okay? You don't want to provide something that nobody's looking for, like a big one. Okay, we've had a big self-care movement, right? Like nobody's out there Googling, how do I do more self-care? Okay, self-care may be the solution, part of a solution to a problem, but people aren't out there Googling, how do I do it? Or, how do I add more self-care into my life? They're Googling like, how do I lose weight? How do I feel less anxious? Like, things like that. So keep that in mind. You need to think about like, what are people looking for? Because you want to be providing a solution that people are looking for. And it needs to be solving a big problem for people. So unfortunately, most of us are not motivated to make changes until something becomes a big problem in our life. It's having a big negative influence or consequences in our life in some way. And so when we are creating a coaching program and we're picking that specific niche, we want it to be around a specific problem that people have that they are looking for a solution to, okay? And it has to be significant enough, like I said, that it's making a big impact in their life, because unfortunately, until that's the case, most people are not motivated to change, okay? So once again, this goes back to like just most people aren't wanting out there Googling, I want to be healthier. I want to eat healthier. I want to eat healthier food. Like nobody's Googling that. They're Googling like, how do I lose weight? How do I fix my thyroid issues? How do I help my digestive issues? Like they're looking for that solution to a problem, right? And they're looking to solve a big problem that they have. And of course they have to be willing to invest in it. So these are all important pieces that you want to keep in mind when you are choosing that niche. And when you have these 5 pieces in place, you have a niche that's really perfect for you, and I think is going to be where you're able to really thrive in your business, okay? So there were the 5 pieces, having the passion, having the expertise and the confidence in that area, bringing in your personal experience, that's number 3. Number 4 was recognizing that your niche is the doorway to the transformation. And number 5 is it profitable? Is it something that people are out there looking for? They're searching for the answers for, and it's a big enough problem for them that they're like, I need to do something about this and I need to do it now, okay? Those are the things that you want to have in place to pick an amazing, profitable niche for you, and so that you can market really effectively and not have to be pushy or salesy. You want to be marketing something that people are looking for and that they connect with. And when you have these pieces in place, it will allow you to do that. It'll allow people to see your message and be like, oh my gosh, I want to work with her. Like she knows exactly what's going on for me. I absolutely believe she can help me. And when you are really niched down, that is how your marketing will come across. So that is the magic of picking your niche and getting specific, okay? So let me know if you have any other questions about niche that I did not answer in this video. Feel free to post them below this video, and I would love to hear your biggest takeaway as well. And if you want to dive a bit deeper into your niche and figuring out what a good niche is for you, I actually have a workbook where I walk you through that, and I will post it below this video. So you can click on that, you can download it, go through and fill it out, and you will get a lot of clarity about what you want to be focusing on in your business, okay? So I want to thank you so much for joining me in this week's video, and I will see you next week.